and welcome to the next video in Build the Millennium Falcon series thingy, where we're going to be looking at issues 35 and 36, this big long piece here of issue 36. Nice to see kind of a big chunky part with these issues, and this one as well of course some more metal framework pieces here and some more bits here, but let's stop looking at them in the packets and open them up. And here are the parts out of the bag. So I've split them into two kind of areas. The metal framework, which we'll look a little bit later, and is the main bulk of the building aspect of this video. And also these parts here. These two pieces are quite clear where they go on the Falcon, which I'll do in just a second. These pieces less so, and at the time of these issues there are no instructions for them. So I'm going to leave them one side till we know what to do with them. This piece as well, don't know what to do with that. But in terms of these pieces, if we just move all this aside and bring over the bottom of the Falcon, which we've done so far, this piece, it's got pegs at the bottom of it, goes in the holes there, like so. Push it down a little bit, and it's a very, very, very neat fit. So just going to take some time just looking at it. The shading is a bit off because I did start to weather this part. This part's not weathered, so I'm not too worried about that. It will all match. There's a line there which I guess will disappear more when it's screwed down. Swing it around here. Very nice here. Again, that line will be down. Oh, there we go. That line will be down when it's pushed down. I like this bit here when it matches the weathering. It really makes sense. This bit that's cut out with these jagged lines, it looks like one of the panels that is actually missing. Also, it covers up the kind of metal framework part, which is very nice. And then moving on to this, actually before we move on to this bit, I just want to look at the details on here. This is for landing gear, I guess, because if we look at it, that would be one of the legs of the Falcon. Again, some of these awful blaster marks. I might just score it. I don't know. I still don't know what I'm doing with that. I really need to research that. But yeah, the panels are the same. Nice weathering. More weathering will be done. I guess it will be like a flap if you don't want landing gear, or the landing gear if you do. I don't know. That's just me guessing. And then if we just look at this bit here, like the same but bigger. Very nice detailing, especially for the undercarriage. Remember the undercarriage. I keep calling it undercarriage, but the underside of the Falcon is a lot less detailed in real life, in the real models that they used to film, than the upper side, and it's still quite nice. You still get all this detail here, vents and you know, different kind of things like that. Again, very mild shading. Just look at the shape of this thing to give you some idea of how it will attach. Basically, I was a bit confused about how it would attach, but there are two holes here which correspond with the two pegs here. These will all have screws in at some point. Oops. So we just take it around, pop it down, and again, different colour because this bit's shaded, but you kind of get the first jetty outy part of the Falcon. There is a lot more to come, of course, because we will have the big kind of whoosh and whoosh bits there. But again, it's a very nice fit. If I just push that down, you'll see. Very, very well made. Swing it round. Again, this will all be pushed down, screwed down. Very nice. And also very, very nice to get some kind of 3D element of the Falcon that isn't just the big kind of donut shape like we had with this. Again, you know, the colour match is fine. It will all match. It doesn't have to match exactly, but it will. More so. And yeah, the bottom side is really coming together. Okay, so I have just picked up issue 37, and issue 37 comes with instructions for these parts here. There's a reason that I have waited till issue 37 before I upload this video. I'll explain that a little later on. The reason I was so confused about where these pieces go is because to me they seem kind of pointless to be separate. It's the first time I'm saying that. Before, when they were separate parts which are glued on, you got the sense of making it. For these strips here, I really don't feel that. They literally just attach to the side there like that, or not like that because it's the wrong way around. Let's get the right one just to show you. So the strips just glue on and attach like that. Now, I don't understand why that wasn't part of the mold in the first place, to be honest. There might be reasons which I don't know, but to me it seems a little bit pointless. Also, these circle bits here go into there as well. And again, I don't know why they just weren't molded on. I mean, they've got sticky outy parts here which were molded on. Why weren't these just molded? I guess, you know, it's a build, isn't it? So you have to build it, and they want you to build it. But for me, it seems pretty pointless. The only one that I do get is this one here, which is this piece here, is because that could easily snap off, and that would be very annoying if it had snapped off in the packet. But these others, not so much. I don't understand why they're separate, apart from the build, really. Also, it doesn't say in issue 37, but there's a good chance that this piece here attaches to the underside of this piece here, matching the circle of where the Falcon will be, because that bit will be visible when from the top, because you're looking at it down. So that is the top. That's why it's so detailed, because that is the top part of this piece. This part's the underside. It does make sense, honestly. So I'm just going to stick out, that's clever. I'm going to cut out and stick on these parts to this piece, and then I'll be right back with you. And here we are, all done. Now, one part I forgot to look at just now was this part here. It glues onto where I've glued it, just on this little kind of rampy part here. So sorry I forgot to do that. It looks like a little hatch there, doesn't it? But that is where it attaches, and it is attached along with these two parts here, and this part here kind of looks like a face. I keep seeing faces in things. It's fantastic. Now these parts, which I just poo-pooed saying why weren't they molded on, I now know why they weren't, and that's because these strips here are slightly rubbery in texture. They're a different material from the resin of the rest of the model, and I think that is because they're put in place to add a little bit of protection on this jetty out part of the Falcon. So I just poo-pooed why they came separately, and now I know. That's one thing I didn't think about, and the Agostini have, and that is putting parts in place to make it to protect the Falcon. So that slightly rubber feeling will protect it more than this hard resin. You can't really tell when it's glued on that it is a different material, but when it was separate, it was definitely more flexible than the rest of the stuff we have seen. So sorry for poo-pooing it. And actually, fantastic. We're very well thought out. I'm very surprised that that is part of it, and very happy, of course, because any protection to this thing is fantastic. So those are those parts sorted out now. Now let's look at the rest of the rib work that we get in a speeded up video. it is all completed. I just want to apologise very quickly for the heavily edited video that you just saw. I found this very tricky to put together. I think it's a mixture of the different heights of the framework. So you've got these pieces here, but you've got to attach these pieces here. I found it very unstable and wobbly as I was putting the parts on. It's solid now that it's all screwed down, but while the building process was being done, I found it very wobbly, so I do apologise for that. Now, the reason that I waited until I had issue 37 before uploading this video was because of these pieces here. They come with issue 37 and they complete the framework on this part and the lower hull. So it'll all be finalised in this video. I wanted to make sure it was done in this video because in the next couple of issues there is something very exciting happening which I wanted to focus the next video on completely. So I'm just going to quickly open these up and put them on. Okay, a slight change of plan again. I won't be attaching these pieces to this piece here because I've got my first major defect in the build. I'm not sure you can see, but this piece is fine. This piece is meant to go on there and match up with this piece, but there is quite a serious bend in the metal straight out of the packet. This is, and you can see that it's warped here. If I just pick it up, it's not straight, it is warped completely upwards. And yeah, kind of put a scupper on this video and attaching it to make the circle complete. The circle is not complete because we have a defect part here. So a weird note to end the video, I know, but I guess these things happen when they're mass produced. I'm going to try and get it sorted for the next video because the next video is an exciting one, and it's one that we've been waiting for a while. I know I have anyway, because the next video features this. So as soon as I fix this part here, I'll be able to get excited for the upcoming ramp, the long-awaited ramp to this build. Sorry again for the sour notes to end, completely out of my hands. If anyone's got a spare issue 37, or if anybody from D'Agostini is watching and would kindly like to send me a replacement, that would be nice. I'm going to try and sort it out in the meantime, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.